Good morning, students, and welcome to classes of accountancy. So, in the last class, we had discussed about goodwill and we discussed the types of goodwill and we discussed that why do we calculate goodwill, and today we are going to discuss that how do we calculate goodwill. So, there are a total of four methods of calculating goodwill, of which 1 and 2 are very important, and 3 and 4 there are less chances of coming in exam, but they can come in exam. There is a 50% chance of coming in, not 50, say 40% chance, but there's a good chance. So the first method of valuation of goodwill is average profit method, where what happens, where all the profit of the years are added. Okay, suppose they give you the profit of last 5 years, so all the profit of 5 years will be added, and then they will be divided by 5, so that makes them, so that means that calculates the average of all the profits. And then what do? We multiply average profit into number of years purchase. Now each and every sums, now in means in problems where you have to calculate goodwill by average profit method, they'll mention you a sentence called goodwill is to be valuated at x number of years purchase. X means 2, 3, 4, anything they can give. So they'll say goodwill should be valued as dash number of years purchase. So whatever number of year they give you, just multiply it with the average profit. Now how will average profit will be calculated? Simple, add all the profit and divide by the number of years. Suppose you have added 5 years of profit, so divide by 5. Suppose you have added 3 years of profit, then divided by 3, and then into number of years purchase. If they have given 3 years purchase, then average profit into 3. Okay. Okay, but there are some things that I think you should copy this. Please copy it. Okay, now there are some things that you should know before calculating the profit for the year. Okay, I didn't say average profit, I said profit for the year. What is average profit? Again, add all the profit of the years and divide by the number of years. Now I'm talking about adjustments you have to make in the normal profit before you add it to all the other profits. Okay, what it is said that when you calculate the profit for the year, abnormal losses and abnormal gains, they should be excluded. Okay, all the abnormal losses and all the abnormal gains, what happens, they should be, I'm telling you, abnormal losses such as what happens, suppose there's a firm. Now this firm has earned a profit over the years. Suppose in 2015, say, 55,000. In 2016, 75,000. In 2017, it has earned 5,000, and on 2018 it has earned again 70,000. Okay, so in order to calculate the average profit, what we'll do, 55 plus 75 plus 5 plus 70 divided by 4, right? But in the problem, they have given us information that in the third year, this is the third year, in the third year what happened, a fire took place. A fire took place, because of which the firm suffered a loss of 50,000. Okay, The firm suffered a loss of 50,000. So means this is an abnormal loss. Fire is obviously abnormal loss. So means if the fire would not have occurred, carefully, if the fire would not have occurred, then what would be my profit? 5,000 plus 50,000, 55,000, isn't it? Do you agree with me? If there was no fire in that year, then the firm would have earned normal profit of 55,000. So just add 50,000 to the profit. Because of this abnormal loss, what happened? The profit was reduced. And abnormal loss does not happen every year. So what do? We just add the abnormal loss to the profit, and that becomes my normal profit, 55,000. Okay, now add all these four and then divided by 4, you will get your average profit. So that was it. And uh, loss on sale of fixed asset is an abnormal loss. Any capital expenses debited to the profit and loss, such as purchase of any assets. Now loss on sale of fixed asset, what is that? Loss on sale of fixed asset means, suppose I purchased an asset for say 5 lakhs. Now that asset was supposed to run 10 years. What happened? In the fourth year the asset broke down, and because of that I had to sell the asset in a very low price. So when I sold the asset in a very low price, I suffered a loss, and all losses are debited to the PL account, right? Now if it is debited to the PL account, the profit is decreased. But do I sell assets every year? Do I sell machinery every year? No, this is only a one time expense. This is called what? Capital expenditure, one time expenditure. So the loss incurred by the sale of fixed asset, they are also categorized as abnormal loss, and they should be added back to the profit so that we can get a correct profit. Last, any capital expenses debited to the profit and loss account means mistake. What happens? The accountant makes a mistake and he debits the price of machinery as wages. What happens? He purchases the machinery for 2 lakhs, and by mistake he puts the amount in the profit and loss account, and he write two wages account. Okay, so what happens? This is a mistake. So what is to be done? 2 lakh is to be added to the profit given. That will give you your net profit. Second is abnormal gains shall be deducted. Now, just as abnormal losses are added, abnormal gains shall be deducted. Now, what are abnormal gains? Abnormal gains means gains which do not happen every year, means which do not happen every day. I mean to say, it means it is a one-time profit. For example, a profit on sale of fixed asset. What happened? I had an asset and I sold it at a profit of 50,000. Now that profit is recorded in the PL account. But if I hadn't sold the asset, my net profit would be less than 50,000. What happens? See, my profit for the year is 75,000. Now in the sums they have given information that 25,000 is the profit on sale of fixed asset. Okay, 25,000 is the profit on sale of fixed assets, and this 25,000 is included in this. Whenever they give you any information about the profit, means it is included in this. Okay, so 75,000, so means in this 75,000, 25,000 is included. So what we'll do, we'll deduct 25,000 and 50,000 will become my normal profit. Okay, so we have deducted here the abnormal gains. So let us solve an example Determine the value of goodwill when it is valued at 3 years purchase on average profits of last 4 years. Okay, understand the language one time and for all. I'm explaining. Listen carefully. Average profit of last 4 years. Okay, last 4 years means they will give you the profit of last 4 years. 1 2 3 4. Now valued at 3 years purchase. Now I told you average profit into number of years purchase. This is the number 3 years. Don't get confused in this. Okay, don't multiply the average profit by into 4. No, you will have to look this kind of language. Which type of language? 3 years purchase. This is the language that you need to look upon. So I had profit of 22,000, 18,000. I had a loss of 5,000 and a profit of 25,000. So if there is a loss, just deduct it, but divide it by 4 only, not 3. Okay, even if there is a loss, then 22,000 plus 18,000. I've given plus here, but actually it will be minus, but this is in bracket, so I did not need to write minus. Minus 5,000 plus 25,000. What will be the result? 22 plus 18 minus 5 plus 25, 60,000 divided by 4. Okay, not 3, divided by 4. 15,000. So my average profit is 15,000. Now goodwill into goodwill is equal to average profit into number of years of purchase. 15,000 into 3 is equal to 45,000. Okay, so 45,000 is my goodwill. Always remember, this is not my goodwill. When I multiply the average profit by number of years of purchase, that the amount is my goodwill. Next, X, Y and Z are partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 5:3:2. They admit A for 1/5 share. For the purpose of admission of A, goodwill is to be valued on basis of 3 years purchase of last 4 average profits. So I just need to calculate the goodwill, so I don't need all this information. This is just to confuse you guys. So goodwill is valued at 3 years purchase, right? 3 years purchase and last 4 years average profits. Okay, so let's see now. In 2010 they earned a profit of 1 lakh, but they have given information stock lost by fire reduced the profit by 70,000. So stock lost by fire, what is it? Abnormal loss or abnormal gain? Obviously it is a loss, it is an abnormal loss. So what we'll do, we'll add it back to the profit. Okay, now 2011 120, 2012 130, 2013 150 also includes an adjustments, includes profit of 25,000 on sale of fixed asset. Now this is an example of abnormal gain, not loss. So this is to be reduced from the profit. Okay, so let's now calculate the average profit. Yes, so in order to do the sums correctly, I have drawn this table which is very helpful. What you have to do is you just have to draw this table and write down the figures. That's it. For example, in 2010 the normal profit was 1 lakh, right? So just write 1 lakh, then 120, 120, then 130, then last 150. Okay, now add. I have to add what? I have to add all the abnormal loss. Now abnormal loss only took place in the year of 2000. So just add 70,000 over here and the rest will have nothing. Now less in 2013 only, the only abnormal gain took place in 2013. So just deduct 25,000 here. Now we have our profits 170, 120, 130 and 125. So this is my profit of 4 years. Now you can, I hope you can calculate the goodwill now. How do we calculate the goodwill? It's very simple. Oh, just add all these 4 and then what? Then divide by 4. Okay, I'll do it. 170. 170 plus 120 plus 130 plus 125 divided by 4. 163250. 136250. 136250. Now the work is still incomplete. We have to multiply it by number of years purchase. So what is the number of years purchase? 3 years. Okay, into 3 is equal to 408750. 408750. Now this is the amount of goodwill. Okay, so this was the average profit method, and so in the next class we'll be discussing the rest of the methods of profit. If you have any doubt, then drop me an email at this email account. So thank you for today's class, and bye.